trying to get used to going live on my phone for you guys. So good afternoon, guys. So you saw the title, right? What would you do with $100,000 like right now? And let me tell you, first of all, we had an amazing time last night. I'm still here in Atlanta. I'm tired, y'all see, but it was amazing. And let me tell you what kind of came to my mind. Well, I decided to jump on here real quick. So good afternoon. What I decided, what kind of came in my spirit and made me want to kind of jump on here is because I really think people are missing what this what wealth really is, guys. It actually has absolutely nothing to do with money. It really is about freedom, right? Let me say it again. It really is about freedom. The fact that, I have an amazing friend and it's her birthday and being able to like jump on an airplane and come out to have, dinner and go to a jazz club and do all these things. Shout out to everybody who came out for Latoya's birthday. We went to dinner, then we went to a jazz club. But guys, there was a lady, so I'm here in the airport, right? Let me tell you why I decided to jump on real quick. And, kind of like the scripture kind of came to my mind, like, you have not because you ask not, right? You have not because you ask not. I want somebody to hear this today. What is it that you deserve? What is it that you're longing for? What is it that you're seeking? What is it that is your level up, and you have not even asked for it? Meaning, like, you haven't asked for the help, you haven't asked for the promotion, you haven't asked for the relationship, you haven't asked for the help. Like, what is it that you actually need to level up in your life? And why aren't you really going out and aggressively like actually seeking it, right? And so sometimes we have people, places, things, network, all these things in our life that will actually help us, but we don't even open up our mouth. And so there was a lady standing behind me in line, right? And this is crazy because it starts to happen like so much more often. Y'all don't even have no idea where I'll be somewhere and I'll start talking to somebody. Look, God is doing a new thing. Like, I don't even know. Well, that's a whole nother live, right? And this leads me, I am talking about my Zoom workshop, right? But it's not because of credit, right? It's because of freedom. It's because of opportunities. It's because of options. Like, what would you really do, right? So let's tell you, what would you do with $100,000 right now? Meaning, does that mean you would start your business? Does that mean you would buy a property? Does that mean you invest in real estate? Does that mean that you would have a foundation, a scholarship fund? Would you do renovations to your house? Would it be a donation for something for your church? Is there somebody you want to send to school? Like, I need you guys to start connecting with what this other life actually looks like what some of these things will actually do for you, right? And I want you to also understand that He will bless you to be a blessing. Let me say it again. He will bless you to be a blessing, right? So if you're the one connected and you're the one that's going through the sacrificing, going through the hurdles and trying to do better and thinking outside the box, and you have your job and you're doing everything right, but you're just not getting success. You're just not getting to that next level, right? That means you're the one in your circle who is called to be the impact, called to be the change. You're the one in your circle that everybody depends on. And, oh, geez, I feel this for somebody. So sometimes when you're that person, you could feel overwhelmed. You could feel drained even, guys. I've been in a season where I've been physically tired, like physically tired. And I think it's also like a mental thing, right? Because you're exhausted from trying to do the right thing, exhausted from trying to provide for your family, exhausted from trying to be, the leader in your circle, exhausted from your family and friends coming to you. Come on, somebody. Exhausted from, being a parent, trying to raise your kids and living life, right? And then you're trying to go over to all these other things, right? Your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, the vision that you have in your life, the vision that God has for you, right? And you're like physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally exhausted, right? But I want you to know that you're not doing it alone. Come on, somebody. You're not doing it alone, right? This is the season of kingdom connections, right? But even beyond that, I need you guys to start learning how to speak life over yourself, encourage yourself, motivate yourself, because there's not going to always be somebody there who's going to be a cheerleader for you. There's not always going to be somebody there who is going to help you out, right? There's not always going to be somebody saying, I got your back, you can depend on me, right? So I need you to kind of build up your armor in this season where you don't need that recognition, you don't need that praise, you don't need somebody to always be there holding your hand, and that you take responsibility. You take accountability. You be the one to participate in your own rescue. Come on, I said it before. Participate in your own rescue. So where are you at right now, right? And then where do you actually need to go? And what is the missing link between you getting to those two places? And it can't be, well, I need somebody to mentor me. I need, this somebody to give me this job. Like, whatever opportunity it is, I need you to create it. Come on, somebody. You have the knowledge, the skills, the experience, the ambition. Everybody who has done something great, we did not have a blueprint, right? It's literally trial and error, trial and error, and trial and error. Now, let me tell you what the financial piece looks like. When you're able to be financially stable, when you're able to have this kind of foundation where you can go out and go to the conferences and go to the seminars and go experience life and have that exposure, then that allows you the freedom to kind of work in your gift, right? To work in your actual gift and to kind of go after your dreams without having to worry about your day-to-day needs, your day-to-day activity, guys. So hold on, first of all, I'm in the airport, right? So I'm trying to be quiet. Like, I'll go off. So, and I know I look tired and everything. That's another thing too. Can we stop, like, every single time we gotta be on social media, we gotta be like all done up and all perfect and everything? Like, this is raw and real right now. I'm literally in the airport waiting for my plane, about to take off and come back home to Philly. And I just was thinking about how grateful I am. Come on, somebody. How grateful I am to be able to just jump on a plane for one night just to have dinner with my friends. And I remember a time when I had to put groceries back. I remember a time when I had shut-off notices. I remember a time when a car got repoed. Like, come on. I remember a time when my life did not look like this. And so why am I so passionate about what I do? It was a process and it's duplicatable. It was a process and it's duplicatable because once you get to this other side, Jesus, and I'm gonna tell you something else. You get to this other side by using your gift. Let me say it again. You get to this other side by using your gift. Guys, when I had a corporate position, and I'm not job shaming, let me just say this. Everybody is not meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur. Let me say it again. Everybody is not meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur. However, everybody is meant to build wealth. Everybody is meant to be an owner. Everybody is meant to leave an inheritance, leave a legacy, right? And that is attainable for you. And so when I think about what things look like now and what that process was, a whole lot of building up and breaking down and building up and breaking down, a whole lot of lessons. But the blessing in it is that it's not specific to me, guys. When I talk about credit and finances and all those things, it's because I know it will give you freedom. I know that some of you want to retire your spouse. I know that some of you want to buy, a house for your parents. I know some of you want to send your kids to college without them having student loan debt. I know some of you guys want to travel the world. I know some of you guys want to have a scholarship, a foundation, a nonprofit. Like, what is that thing that is really like your vision, that thing that really keeps you up at night, that thing that you're really supposed to be doing? What assignment did he give you, and why aren't you doing it? We're not meant to wake up, pay bills, and die. Let me say it again. We're not meant to wake up and pay bills and die. So, like, I need you to, like, snap out of this rat race where you're just waking up, doing the same thing, going to work, coming back. Waking up and doing the same thing. Like, that's not living. Like, are you surviving? Are you just living and going through life without any kind of purpose, any kind of direction? Like, that's not what he called you to do. So, takeaways. Number one, what is your assignment? What are you supposed to be doing? What is that thing that brings you joy? That if you could do it every single day, all day long, that you would be doing? Guys, guess what? Speaking and empowering and educating, like, literally, I'm so happy things started moving back up because I'm about to start going on tour around the whole world to talk to people because I want them to know that there's another way to actually do this. And guys, I am a single mother of 3, okay? From foster care, was a teen mom. Like, this was not handed to me. And that's one reason why I pour back, because literally a couple of good decisions after making a whole lot of bad decisions changed my entire life. So guys, the knowledge is out there. Number one, stop paying people to do all this for you. I need you to get in a season where you want to learn for yourself. Come on, learn for yourself, because before he will bless you with $1 million, you need to learn how to manage 100,000. Come on, somebody. Are you being a good steward? This is for somebody. Are you being a good steward over what you have right now? Because sometimes we haven't gotten to that next level because we don't treat the things we have right now right? We're not a good steward over what we have right now. So that's step number one. Are you a good steward over what you have right now? Number two, what is your assignment? What are you really supposed to be doing, and why aren't you doing it? Right? What is the disconnect? Is it you're not doing it because you're being disobedient? Is you're not doing it because you're fearful? Is it you're not doing it because you're procrastinating? You're in your head about what people will think? Are you not doing it because you have doubt? Are you not doing it just because you feel like you don't have the resources? Guys, I promise you, once you start getting in your gifts and actually start moving in that direction, stepping out on faith, the faith of a mustard seed, then the people, places, things, resources will show up for you. Listen, y'all don't even know, but it takes you taking that very, very, very first step. So, what is it you actually need to kind of get the assignment done? And then, as far as the wealth building, guys, people always say, no, money is the root of all evil. That's a lie, because he meant for us to live, prosperous and in abundance and to be self-sufficient. Who could you bless? Come on, somebody. Who could you bless if you were not drowning? Who could you bless if you were wealthy? Who could you bless if you had the freedom to work in your gift and have to work about, clocking in and clocking out? Like, are you that person that, you have to work 2 and 3 shifts and you're missing every basketball game? You're not able to go to parent-teacher conferences. You're not living in the neighborhood that you want. Look, I'm gonna be real. That was one of the best things. One of the biggest blessings is that, when I stepped out my gift and I really started having abundance, changing that zip code so that my boys can have a different experience. Guys, it's a lot bigger than credit. So when people come around to me too, and they're like, oh, I got a 700 credit score, I got an 800 credit score. Okay, that's great, but what are you doing with it? Come on now, you got a Benz and you living in your grandmom's basement. I'm not impressed. You got jewelry, but you don't have any net worth. You got nice clothes, but you don't have any money in the bank. I'm not impressed. Guys, we have to change our mindset about money, change our mindset about wealth, and change our mindset about what we're actually doing right here. And one of the things you have to do first is you have to raise up. I need y'all to raise up in this season. Raise up and save yourself. Be where you're at a point where you can give, you can tithe, you can bless. Because guess what? Some of the people that receive the most are some of the ones that give the most also. That's a word for somebody, right? So I need you to raise up in this season so you're at a whole different level. So you can reach back and help everybody else. But if you're not where you're supposed to be, how are you trying to help everybody else? Matter of fact, that's probably a word for somebody, because some of y'all are running around saving everybody else and you're drowning. This is the season of self-preservation. What does that mean? You cannot save everybody else if you're drowning. Stop being the go-to person in your circle and you're not even where you want to be. Come on, somebody. So if you want to, I'm having the Zoom training. I'm having it on the 15th and the 17th. When I get off of this live, I will go ahead and I will think my plans about the board. I will go ahead and I will post the information. If you haven't figured it out by now, this is a wealth building ministry, okay? And my job, my assignment is to educate. I will not do the work for you. Let me say it again. I will not do the work for you, but I will show you how to do it. I will teach you. And then your assignment after that is to teach your brothers and sisters, your nephews and nieces, your godchildren. Teach your parents sometimes. Sometimes it's the generations behind us, but sometimes it's the generations before us also. I need you to go out into the community and educate as well, because we're not meant to be living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to see nobody not being able to do what they love and go to places that they want to go to, places they want to go to, and be able to travel and experience life, because they don't have the money, they don't have the means. Guys, been there, done that. I do not speak from a place of being judgmental. I have empathy. Let me say it again, not sympathy, I have empathy, because I'm that person. I was there. And guys, if you understand, can you sacrifice in a season to get what you want for a lifetime? You have somebody saying that they will teach you every single thing. There's some people that make $50,000 a year. Would you like to make $50,000 in a day? Come on, somebody. In a month, it's real. So that's why I even said, what would you do with the $100,000 right now? Some of you are praying for these blessings. I want $100,000. I want, a business line of credit. I want a business loan. I want an 800 credit score. And you don't even know what you would do with it. Guess what? It's credit. You have to actually pay it back. So what is your actual business? What are you going to put it into? It's going to be income producing so that you can actually pay it back, because there's a difference between getting into debt and building wealth. Y'all are wealth warriors, right? And so we're not just getting a bunch of things that look good. I need you to get that thing. I need you to pour it into whatever your gift is, your assignment is, because you can have surplus, and then you do it all over again and teach somebody else. Guys, the blessings come from teaching somebody else. But if you don't know the information and you're not leading by example, come on, somebody. You a whole wealth warrior. You a whole beast. You don't give to nobody. You don't help nobody. You don't teach nobody. You need to be the person you're trying to attract, right? So are you paying it forward? But first, are you really practicing what you preach? If you want to be trained, if you want to be part of this wealth building ministry, if you are ready to level up this next year, if you did not end 2022 where you wanted to be, and you're trying to go into 2023 with some momentum, then I will help you. December 15th, December 17th, I'm having the 2 Zoom trainings. I'm going to pour everything into you guys. And then the next step is I need you to execute. I need you to get into a season of execution. Turn off the TV, can remove the distractions. Can you sacrifice no more Uber Eats every single night, right? Get in that kitchen, start cooking. Like, that's a word for me, right? And I need you to actually really execute, because I promise you, if you execute on the information, what life looks like on the other side is something that you've never ever, like, guys, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have left so much sooner. And are you going to have some hard days? Yes. Are you going to be challenged? Yes. Is it always amazing? Absolutely not. Going through trials every single day. And hands down, no matter what, I would choose this every single time, because I bought back my freedom. I bought back my life. I'm able to do whatever it is I want to do. Like literally, guys, I just flew in for like a couple of hours. Like, I could never do that before. So I wanted to jump on here because remember when I said I was gonna start jumping on here more, talking to you guys, right? And look, look, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I look like a mess, and I don't care, because I need y'all to see the raw, right? The real and the raw. It's not be so like where everybody's all perfect all the time, right? This is what it looks like in real life, okay? Without all the filters and all the makeup and all that kind of stuff, right? And I need you guys to get into a season of execution. If you are really a change agent, really a wealth warrior, really the one to break the cycle, really an entrepreneur, really the one that's going to leave an inheritance or live in abundance, and be the one that's going to lead by example, then I need you to be able to execute at a high level. Let me say it again. Execute at a high level. The people who are wildly successful are not smarter than you. They're not more intelligent. They don't have more connections. None of that. The people who are wildly successful execute at a high level, period. So what are you supposed to be doing every single day, and are you actually doing it? And nobody's going to come check on you, right? You have to be able to be self-motivated and self-disciplined. Amen? All right, guys, so I'll put the information, because I think my plane's about to board soon, but I wanted to talk to you guys, and I wanted you to understand what we're really doing this about. This is not about credit scores. This is not about money. This is about impact. This is about opportunities. This is about options. This is about living the life that you're supposed to live, and also paying it forward, leading by example, and creating that lifestyle for not only you, but for your family. Come on, y'all. When that zip code changes, when your children experience something different, that's priceless. So I'll post the information. I cannot wait to be part of your story, and I cannot wait to hear how you've used the information, not only change your life, but to change the generations behind you. Amen? All right, y'all, I'm about to board my plane back to Philly. Have a super amazing Sunday on purpose.